ask him, can he get to the gym? He's like, I'll call you back. Call back. Said that, not this day because we'll need more time. Yada, yada, yada. But, hey, you know, where y'all be playing ball at? And here in Chicago, like, we play ball so much, like, we play the same competition. So we are always looking for people who can really, really play ball to come and show up. So I gave him the address for that Thursday. That particular Thursday, I happened to not go play ball. I found out later on that he had showed up, but, you know, it was what it was. We were used to people showing up, you know, to play ball that Rob may have known 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. So I wasn't there that Thursday. That next Tuesday when we played ball, we're doing what we need to do. And we playing ball. And so, again, you know, it's not anything abnormal to see people that we don't know in the gym because they may have come with somebody else. And so I saw Don, but, you know, I had, you know, whatever. I didn't know who he was. So next thing you know, that Thursday comes. Because if you know me, I don't speak to people I don't know. Unless you get introduced to me. Like, you know, I don't know you. And if you're from Chicago, you know what I'm talking about. We don't just be talking to people like that. So I saw him that Tuesday. So then the next Thursday, he's at the gym again. Now I take notice. I'm like, who is this dude? So I'm sitting next to Rob. We talking after we play ball. And he came over, started talking to Rob or whatever. Whatever. And, of course, you know, while we playing ball, you know, of course, somebody like, Will, pass me ball, Will. So, of course, now everybody know who I am. And he knew who I was from the previous day, the previous 2 days. So he comes over and talks to us. And then he said, what's up, Will? So I immediately give him a look like, what's up? Who are you? He's like, oh, it's me, Don. Didn't ring a bell at first. He's like, yeah, you called me, you know, last week trying to get to the gym, so on and so forth. And I'm like, oh, okay, what's up? What's going on? Then I looked at him and I was like, wait a minute. You saw me Tuesday, and you saw me Thursday, and you done been around us, and you didn't, and you only got this address because of me, but you're just now coming to introduce yourself? I just kind of looked at him. And so I had my eye on him from that day forward because I'm like, man, you know, we're real protective of bro. You know, we don't just bring people around unless, you know, it's all good. And so he only got the information because of me. So you're going to be around us and not come and acknowledge who you are to the person that invited you, knowing that this is a private set, this is a private run. So I just took note. So it was clear that there may have been some connection between him and Rob. So, you know, whatever. I mean, like I said, I've known the man 24 years. So over 24 years, can you imagine how many people I've seen come and go that known him from 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 10 years ago? I don't know all this man's associates or people that he know. Whatever. But when I initially gave him the invitation, I'm thinking he might be like some 6'4" dude, just going by what he sound like, and he acting like he play ball. I didn't know he was a 5'3", short, stumpy dude that can't play ball. Plus, I never would have invited him unless he knew other ball players that really could play. So it went from there. And Rob seemed to be familiar with him. I don't sit down with Rob and be like, hey man, so who is this? Who is that? Who is this? Who is that? I'm his brother. I ain't security. I'm his brother. And if we need to handle something, we gonna handle it. But, whatever. So, that was that. And he started coming around. This is when we started hearing rumblings about some documentary possibly being done, so on and so forth, And then, and this was like the summer of 2018. So as, the months are going by, we would see Don a little more, see him a little more. And we have these, Rob would always host private parties, to listen to music because the man got a million songs that the world hasn't heard yet. So, we would do listening parties. And, we would invite, people to come and just listen to the music, food, and they would just have a good time. And so I remember seeing Don show up at one of the Friday things, and I'm just like, maybe Rob invited him, whatever. So, hey, again, not my problem. I don't know the man, whatever. So then, things start happening where the media starts showing up at the studio, so on and so forth. And bloggers started saying that, a source within the camp said Will Eady is a fraud. Will Eady is a liar. Will Eady calls himself the street minister, but everybody knows he's a lying whatever. I don't even remember exactly, but something to that point. So those of us that are closest, we know how we get down. We've never disrespected each other. We got relationships 20 plus years. But all of a sudden, since this dude came around, it's reports coming out talking about a source within the camp. And I told my brothers, I said, listen, man, I think this dude is a mole. I think this dude is a mole, man. So everybody just started kind of paying attention. So when the media started showing up and posting up outside of the studio, there was a news crew from Atlanta that had drove their channel that they work for, a van there. And they actually reported on it. Next thing you know, they caught a flash of the car of a Audi truck that had pulled up on the side of the news van and took the keys and took off. Man, that's Don. Why would he grab the keys from the news station? What is he on? And at the end of the day, you idiot, you stealing the keys. Now they have nowhere to go, so all they're gonna do is post up in front of the studio even longer. You're stupid. You don't even think. So that was the first thing. Next thing you know, there's when we find out that this documentary actually has traction, is coming out, and that they're gonna do a premiere, we finding this out just like everybody else. Next thing you know, we find out that there's been a terroristic threat called in where they're saying that somebody said that somebody if they don't stop the premiere, that somebody gonna come in and shoot up the place. result in a gun threat. First thing I said was, that sounds like Don to me. Because nobody else would do anything stupid like that. But we had no proof. We had no proof at all. But I'm watching everything. And I got my eye. Listen, one thing about me, I can sense a dirt bag a mile away. That's just my natural. But then, when my discernment kicks in, and tells me who you are, I see you for exactly who you are. And so, I saw him showing up, him and his mom, and they were doing stuff for Rob, but again, it ain't my business. So, hey, I mind my business because I'm a man. I mind my business. I got so much business going on with me, I don't have time for nobody else's business. So, I didn't know what they were helping him out with, but, okay, And so, next thing you know, start hearing about witnesses being intimidated and people saying that, if so and so doesn't stop with their attacks, we gonna expose them. We got pictures, this, that, and the third. We like, what is going on? So we roll into January 2019. And of course, the Surviving R. Kelly comes out. And they run wild with it. And so, next thing you know, Kim Fox does her thing, and she calls for anybody that got anything against R. Kelly, come forward. And y'all know what happened. Eventually, they indicted him, and they had him turn himself in, and we arranged that, you know what I'm saying? So he got locked up. If you go back and you watch any of the times when Rob got out, the first person you gonna see, and I had on a black jacket, a purple hoodie with my black hat on, because I don't want all those cameras in my face, not because I'm afraid to be on TV, just I don't want cameras in my face like that. So Rob walks out, Don is there, me and my other big bro. But Don was not with us. Let's make that clear. He's not with us. So when we walk out, if you notice, Rob gets right behind me. And we're pushing our way through all of the cameras and all that. We get him to the Sprinter. He gets in the Sprinter, we roll out. If you notice, Don don't get in the Sprinter with us. We just keep on moving. We're gone. We got helicopters flying above us. We go to McDonald's because Rob was hungry because he didn't eat while he was in there. And then we went to Big's Mansion, the cigar lounge, where guess who didn't come upstairs? Don didn't come upstairs with us. We don't rock with Don. We never did. So we're upstairs, front of these cameras, saying all the stuff that he said. I go back upstairs. Listen, ain't nobody disrespecting me because ain't nobody gonna disrespect me. So I'm gonna let y'all check whoever, but ain't nobody gonna disrespect me. They ain't disrespecting me saying whatever they saying. I'm not even reading the comments. So I go upstairs and I let them know, and I'm like, man, this dude's down there in front of cameras. Like, what? But we didn't know what was said until we saw the interview later on. And everybody's like, what is wrong with this dude? Like, and at this time, it's getting ugly. Because now I'm at the point like, dude, this dude done way too much foul stuff. And, man, somebody got to check him. And I did. You ain't gonna see that on TV. You ain't gonna see that on social media. For what? And it don't matter what I say. If Big Bro ain't chasing every lie, I'm not gonna chase every lie, but I'm gonna go right to the source that's lying. See, as a man, I stay in my lane. A lot of y'all showing up now, or showed up 2 years ago, after they grabbed him, after they locked him up, after he turned himself in, y'all late to the party. The party's already over. So all of this that y'all doing, man, is appreciated for the support for him. But actually, there's nothing that no one can do unless the judge says, let him out and give him a bond. So the 2 times when he had to turn himself in, me and a couple others, we were there to pick him up. Both times. So, in his thirst, everybody is having him on their platform because the media sold y'all a story that they didn't even vet, and they broadcast this dude as if he was something that he wasn't. So all of these bloggers who have their small followings or whatever started having him all on their things, all on their platforms. And we've been hearing lies and seeing people lie for over 20 years. For me, we ain't chasing down every liar. We ain't chasing down none of that. And hey, at the end of the day, bro gonna address what he wanna address, how he gonna address it. Okay. So now it comes out that this man been indicted for the terroristic threat, for intimidating witnesses, for all of that. And when it happened, I hit my brothers and I was like, I told y'all, man. I told y'all this dude, I told y'all it was him. So that was that. And it got so hot as it pertained to me and Don, not for no personal reason other than this dude is a liar. That's why I don't respect no liar. I told Don I was gonna break both sides of his face, and I meant what I said. So, and I told it to him while Rob was sitting right behind me at a gym. I told him, I said, dude, if you ever disrespect me, I'm gonna break both sides of your face. So, indictment comes out about Don, how he got all my brother's stuff and all that, I don't know. And what's crazy is you people think, like, who are y'all? Don't nobody owe y'all no explanation as to what we do, when we do it, how we do it. Who are y'all? Fans should stay in fans' place. And from day one, anyone that's been following me for however long you have been, when all this started, I said, pray for everybody involved, because the only ones that know what's going on are the ones that's involved. Pray for everybody involved. Just pray, 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 pray. I don't have to explain myself to none of y'all. Who are y'all? You're nobody. I mean, not that you're nobody. Meaning, you're nobody for me to report to. You're nobody for those closest to him to report to. Pray. That's the most powerful thing you can do, is pray. So, anyway, that's that.